On this map, I often, if I have like a heavy tank, I'll come over here and I'll blind fire some bushes. And I know that this is not a safe way to do it, but you have to see the bush when you blind fire it. So that's why I came up close. You know, in the future, that looked like I missed, but in the future, I will be doing it from a safer position so they won't spot me. You see that there is a vehicle there, so I had the right idea. It's an UDIS. You can see it's an UDIS 14/5. And then you see we got a lot of tanks over here, like the ISM. Just missed on that shot. So basically, I'm going to hit 3 tanks. I'm going to hit the UDIS, the SU-130PM, and the ISM. You notice there was no splash on that shot, although I may have knocked a tree down behind, I'm not sure. However, the after game stats did report that I did hit the UDIS. This is obviously not the way you want to angle. That was probably a mistake from the latency. There's no reason why I would have turned like that. With my latency, if you hit a key, it'll turn more than you want it to turn, and then you try to turn it back and it won't move and things like that. So it's one of the problems I have to deal with. So even though I took on all this fire, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to repeat the whole process. So part of the deal is you notice that there's 2 rows of bushes. You have to find the rock. You see that's right over there, but from this position, look, you can snipe on that rock without being spotted, because that ridge is all the way up over here, and we know that that guy's over here. He probably didn't come out further, and that's also at the edge. So this is actually a pretty good spot for blind firing. There was no splash on that shot, and that's where the SU-130PM was. And the ISM is going to be on the left. And that looked like it splashed, firing HE rounds. That one I didn't see a splash. However, there was an issue in that it's possible that one of the tanks that's over there is already dead and it's not rendered on the screen. So I see that one splashed. So it's possible that I might have been hitting a dead tank. That was something that I determined later in the game. That one also splashed. And that's why I bring in all these HE rounds, so I can do a lot of blind firing. I think I'm just firing at the wrong bush, and I realized I was firing at the wrong bush. It's not rendered completely because it's so far away. It's more than 500 meters. I was really hoping for a kill. I ended up doing 802 damage on the ISM. The ISM is on the left. You see there's some jittery movement. That's from my latency. That was a splash, but I hit a rock, I believe. You see that the ISM is now spotted. But I'm aiming at the wrong bush in this case. Oh, no, wait, that's where the UDIS is. And it's splashed. The ISM just got destroyed. So I'm still trying to go after the SU-130PM. However, I do have an issue where I am using up quite a bit of rounds. That one I didn't see a splash, but it also was shot pretty far. The SU-130PM is now spotted, and he's a little bit to the right. And I seem to have gone over too far. Having trouble aiming. It's probably because of the latency. And that one missed. He's definitely low on hit points, and now he's out of the game. It's possible I might end up killing the UDIS later in the game. So that's it for my blind firing. I did get 4 hits on the UDIS, the SU, and 2 hits on the ISM. I got 802 damage on, maybe it was 802 total. I don't recall. Like you'll see that I have no damage. I think I ended up the game showed 0 damage on the summary when the game was over, but I ended up with 802 from blind firing.